people, he finally bought me my own boat. I'm sorry, Royal Caribbean. Deuces.
Good evening. Let's go with that. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for coming out to San Antonio and visiting our beautiful Riverwalk. My name is Dora. Yes, like the Explorer.
Dora.
And I'm going to be your boat captain and tour guide out here for the next 30 minutes.
All right.
Now, before we get started with our ride, I just have 3 safety rules that I have to go over with you. First things first is I do ask for everyone to please remain seated at all times. Regulation, smoking here on river level is a no-go. So please refrain from smoking, vaping, and or juuling as they call it. But other than that, that's all I got. Sound good?
All good. Yes.
Alright, let's go ahead and kick off our tour then. Talking about the lady behind me. Yes, Mr. Reyes wanted us to use our imagination. So there's multiple theories in regards to the Stargazer, but I'll hold off those theories until we see a little pose. 2, this is actually the last 2 nights that we're going to have these lights on. They officially turn off Sunday night, and that is once a year or once every 2 years. And that's to do with thorough clean out of the river. We tend to get a lot of stuff that's dropped in there, like the cell phones, the wallet, the keys, the hats, the glasses, the shoes, the portable articles, the scooters, the chairs. Mind you, these are items they found in the river before. Last year, they only drank about 20% of the river, and they managed to collect 2 to 300 people. Back in 2022, the city drank the river for the first time in 10 years, and they collected more than 1,000.
Yeah, bro.
I want to drop this half out.
Now that being said, I want to let you know there's technically 2 different sections. I'm making the safety stop right here, and I'm getting ready to make this left turn, entering in the natural flow of the river. So underneath this concrete bottom, for those up in the front, you got that natural dirt bottom right there. So let's make this turn. Winter Friendship there was a gift to San Antonio back in 2002 from Mexico. It was built by an artist from Chihuahua, Mexico, that goes by the name of Sebastian. Mr. Sebastian says the way how he designed that sculpture represents the unity of Texas and Mexico's friendship coming together as one. That said, if you look at it closely, it's supposed to resemble 2 hands. But if you ever decide to come back to San Antonio sometime during the month of January, possibly February, if you have a lot of friends and family that speak primarily Spanish, we are offering our Spanish tourists here at this ticket location towards my right side. They call this the Historia location. There's the same script that I'll give it, except that it's going to be done entirely in Spanish. And then, of course, they have their regular tourists here in English, which is what this orange boat is, currently being driven by boat Captain Patrick. Okay. But if you look towards the left side here, people, you need is just a light jacket. Happen right there. It's a great movie. Highly recommend. They also filmed the scene within the original Cloak and Dagger there too. Look at my cousins up there. If you look within the trees, folks, you can see more and more about holiday lights. This is actually one of my favorite parts along the river because all the lights are condensed into one area. So if you come back out here, let's say within the next hour, it might be what? Father Bassany was seen conducting a Catholic Mass right here upon the island, thus blessing it along with the river. They say that if you were to get proposed to and marry there on top, you would then receive good fortune, good blessings, so to speak. The Hotel Contessa, they're in partnership with the city, and they're responsible for the upkeep of that island. They get an average amount of 300 requests a year for couples to host their proposal along with their wedding ceremony. If you wouldn't, technically yes. But I mean, a lot of people, if they don't go through that, they'll just do their own little thing there, yeah. So the only thing is that if you contact the Hotel Contessa, they'll come out and they'll definitely actually spend the cost of $3 million on that building. 3 months later, they were forced to sell it at the cost of $300,000. That is $2.7 billion gone in a span of 3 months. Now, if you look behind me, here, hopefully at the end of this year, this building will open up as an apartment complex. The top 2 floors are set to open up as a total of 6 penthouses. Yeah, right here. Okay, I'm done. So the only time that light will turn red is if that water flow is restricted. So that's pretty much that's what is ordered in the city of San Antonio. And the city is 307 years old. It's over 90 feet high and has a circumference of over 25 feet. We call that the Big 235. But I have a nickname for it. I call it Big Boy, so that's a big tree. The big boy right there. But if you start looking above your heads, we are going through another floodgate. Now this one you can actually see. This is floodgate number 3. It is a 3-ton slab concrete being held by a chain and pulley system. So once it's activated by the city, it will come straight down. The slab will go out the door. So that is 1 of 5 floodgates scattered all along the river, and each and every one is used to help maintain the water levels out here. But seeing how we're entering the horseshoe bend, you're going to see a lot of bars. And that's because the Riverwalk, you can walk around with an open container. And out of all of the bars, we have one that dates all the way back towards the Prohibition era. Here on the right side, next to this pink boat, that is the Esquire Tavern. And the Esquire Tavern opened up their doors back in 1933. Right inside of this bar is the longest wooden bar tabletop in the state of Texas. They got a table that's about 108 up to 110 feet long. That's like 50 of feet. But here's where the fishing part comes in. When they opened up their doors, they were a barber shop. 5 minutes after Prohibition was lifted, boom, magically fully stocked the bar. Very suspicious if you ask me. And right now, the newest bar here on the right side is called Locura. The trademark should be that cactus.
Woo! We ain't never seen them.
Nope. We haven't. No, we haven't. No, no. We're like a short, not trip.
But if you keep looking to the right, we have another Gloria location. This was actually known as the Aztec Theater. Bitty Bitty Bumbo. Or better yet, you may know her or of her because of a movie that's based on her life, starring young Jennifer Lopez filmed in 1997. It's called Selena. Oh, there's also a Netflix series after her too. But if you've seen the movie Selena, well, fun fact, this bridge we're going underneath, the one right above your very head, this is featured in that movie. This is actually the #1 most photographed position bridge here upon the Riverwalk. And the reason for that is because we call that the Selena Bridge. And it's rumored to be the very bridge where Chris Pettis was seen getting down on one knee and asked for Selena, will you marry me? Yeah, Jenny hooked a block. She wanted that full river experience. You see this hotel got lots of waterfalls attached to? This is where she stayed at. We call this the Albany Hotel. Back in 1853, this was originally the St. Mary's Catholic School for boys. And at some point in time in the early 1900s, it became the St. Mary's Law School. You can actually see the bar inside of here to the left. And that bar is the exact location where the dean's office used to be. You may wonder why. Well, the reason for that is because to become a lawyer, what did you have to do? You had to pass the bar. The bar is the bar. Now this building is going to be kind of hard. Well, the building is actually hard to keep with a flag rotate. If you want to have a really good photo opportunity of the Texas
You
flag,
gonna do 2 part 1, part 2? Look at that. They're short.
so we're going in a very weird circle. So right now we're in the
Remember Dixon, Vegas? Good in Vegas?
and then we're going to go back to the area that we first started. So that is so technically the Riverwalk is 15 miles. Our boat can only go as far as 5 miles. That's including going up to the Pearl. But the tour itself is made up of 2.5 miles. So we're barely scratching the surface. I will let you in on the fun fact. The city is currently in the process of trying to extend the horizons in a sense. They want to allow our boat to go all the way up to the Santa Cruz Zoo. All the way up to the zoo.
Yank không to, nhìn lớn không tốt, thì cũng hợp lý.
They have a Starbucks. And if you don't want Starbucks, but instead you want the taste of New Orleans, they actually just opened up as TJ's Coffee here. Lots of stuff, really. But if you folks have ever seen Fast Experience, you officially need to experience a little something I call slow experience. Thank you, thank you. Yep, but just like that, you skip dessert. I just gave you a donut.